mean, I don't know how I feel about the Brewers beating the Cubs. Maybe the Dodgers beating the Cubs, but
I mean, maybe. But if I had to put money on a team
in the
NL beating the Cubs, mine's going to the Brewers.
The Brewers.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That's crazy. Okay, so
and Boston has a over 100 win season.
So Boston and the Cleveland Indians are the only ones that have clinched playoff spots right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to dissect this here. That's kind of crazy that Houston hasn't actually even clinched a wild card spot. They should at least have a Y next to their name. You don't think so?
No, they should.
I
don't know why they don't.
I don't know why they don't either.
That might be a scheduling thing.
That probably makes more sense than
if they have to play, the A's a couple more times.
Chaz says Dodgers for the NL. Jake says Red Sox bullpen can't hold up, but the Yankees team is just off. Interesting.
Agree with that.
Agreed with that. Man, I think probably the Dodgers is if it's not the Cubs, it's gonna be the Dodgers, man. And I think the Dodgers are the ones that are gonna be the guys to actually take on the Cubs. That's just my opinion. I don't know. What do you think about the AL though here? I mean, you think this is where it's gonna get real feisty? I think Boston and New York are both I know Boston's 10 games ahead, but
yeah, they have a 100-win season, and if you had pretty much asked anybody, they have two legitimate MVP candidates on that team. So it's kind of hard to say too much bad stuff about them, but I agree with was that Chaz? No, Jake, who said the Red Sox bullpen is
just not there.
It's not there. I mean, they have
far too much talent on the Yankees to be this bad.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean
that should be a stacked team, but
easy.
They're not. I think it's going to be the same thing as last year. It's going to be Houston or Boston, and Houston's going to win.
Dang, man.
Because of the pitching.
Because of the pitching? Yeah. You think solely on the pitching?
Maybe not solely, but that's going to be a big contributing factor.
I don't think that there's anybody in the National League right now that can stand up to whoever is going to make the World Series in the American League. Is that anybody else's opinion there? Bullpen sucks. Stroh's, man, the rotation. Judge is really that good. I think Judge is that good. I mean, how bad were they doing while he was out? How many home runs did that guy hit this year?
I don't know.
I don't know. Fact check that one, but
he was also out for a month and a half, 2 months, because he got hurt just before July 4th. So it was I think the 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah,
July.
But he just came back after a little bit after the 1st of September, right?
I thought it was before the end of August.
I remember we were out grouse hunting talking about.
You're right. So it was after
Judge
the
coming
1st.
back. So it had to have been at least September 1st.
Yeah, because that would be the opening grouse.
So, that's I don't know what their record was while Judge was gone. Fuck the Yankees. He says, die-hard Boston fan over here. Fuck the Yankees. Hey, I'll say fuck the Yankees too. The only reason why I hate them is because of that AL championship series against the Mariners when they had what was Brett Boone's brother's name? Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone up to bat and he crushed that home run into left field. I'll never forget that because it ended the Mariners' playoff run and streak.
Well, and I think batting average over batting streak.
Okay.
If you know what that is, then you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. This sucks, dude.
So that hatred goes way back.
That sucks, man. Oh, man. So are we thinking the Stros are going to be back-to-back champions then?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You solely believe that in
Yep.
yourself?
I believed that last week when we talked about this, and I still believe it.
Oh, man. I just run down watered stuff we're talking about here, I guess, with you, huh?
It's not easy there. I'm talking about baseball, but yeah, my opinion on that does not change from any of the games that I've watched.
Okay, so then AL wildcard positioning, you have the Yankees and the Athletics, Tampa, and I'm pretty sure Seattle's out, but mathematically they could still make it, and everybody in Seattle have already given up hope on them, right?
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. So we're looking at, do you think Tampa is going to come back from 5 from where we're at today?
You know, I don't know.
Haven't been paying attention to Tampa. Last time I looked at it, Tampa wasn't even in contention, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh shit.
They went on a hot streak.
Yeah.
And they have been winning, and was it last week and like halfway through the week before, the Yankees were losing.
The Yankees were losing.
And Tampa Bay was winning. So they were making up ground pretty fast there for quite a while.
Yeah, man. Do you think that they'll catch the Yankees though? Josh Gordon in New England. We'll touch that in a little bit, man. For sure. We'll touch that. We'll touch that for sure. Definitely. But so Tampa catch it. Maybe not New York, but Oakland?
They could.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they're really banking on a lot of stuff there. You know, them continuing to win, and the A's starting to lose a little bit.
Oof, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think, you know.
Gave up in April. Damn. I gave up on the freaking Mariners a little bit past the All-Star break when they
gave
started.
up a little bit before.
Oh, man.
I know that's hard to say, but
I was really I don't want to get into this tangent again. I was really upset.
As it goes being a Mariners fan, man.
I was really upset, man.
It's the same story every year.
Every year, man. Every year. So
just wheel Lou Piniella.
It's
out
just
there.
right. Let's get Lou Piniella back.
And at
out
least
there.
he'd be entertaining to watch. He'd be more entertaining than the actual Mariners.
Whoa! Whoa! That was messed up, man. That was rough.
Wow.
Oh, man. Okay, so then I guess we'll just have to see where it goes. But you're still sticking with Houston then, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Houston.
Houston it is. All right.
What do you
know
think?
What? I'm pretty sure I said last week that I thought Oakland was going to take it if Houston doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still going to stick with that.
Okay.
I'm still going to stick. As where it stands, I know they're 5 games back, but their pitching staff is so deep, and their pitching staff is actually, you can sit there and just call guys in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah,
and
I think they're the dark
relievers
now.
I think they're fucking.
Like
I think they're dark horses, and I think they're going to be the dark horses, and they'll come in, and I think, that's just my opinion. I'm going with the Athletics as it stands right now.
Sure.
I may change my mind. Man, remember those sick teal jerseys, A-Rod, Joey? Dude, those were my favorite. Those teal jerseys they had.
Cool.
They were so... Man, Joey Cora, Dan Wilson, John Olerud. Man, I do remember that. You remember John Olerud always wearing that helmet? Even when he was on first base? Always wearing the helmet. Like he's like, just needs to be like walked down the street both ways.
Yeah. Waiting for his drool bucket to be emptied. Yeah.
Oh man, craziness. Okay.
I think the coolest ones though were what was that?
You know, I really like their flash forward jerseys
I
this
was
year.
just gonna say
their
that.
flash forward jerseys this year,
And when
those
Griffey-
were sick.
When Griffey had that solid like aluminum glove or
yeah,
whatever,
dude, those were
that
dope.
was cool.
Those were super dope. I liked that, man. Dang. Okay. Think he had a bad head injury. He might have had a bad
Yeah,
head
he had
injury.
to use the thick pencil to sign his contract.
Whoa! Damn, okay. Shots fired at John Olerud, but I still love you, man. Not that he's watching. Just gotta
What?
say it out there, man.
Now I'm gonna get a letter from him.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, it'll be in the grant.
Oh, that's so dirty. We're doing the man dirty. All right. Well, so I want to pop over to freaking talking about, actually, because Devin brought it up, Josh Gordon to New England.
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing. Do we have any resource or any reason on why the Browns traded and or released this man? Because they held on to the guy for, what was it, 5 seasons on suspensions?
Yeah, 5 seasons and he played 11 games.
And I think that's insane. And you hold on to him, and now he's finally available for your team to use.
God.
Oh! Hold on 1 second. Finally available for your team to use, and you get rid of him. Here, you know what you're doing a little bit more with this.
All right. I'll screw with it.
But we're having a little room difficulty here, guys. But yeah, so I mean, you hold on to him for 5. Yes, we have all the details. What are the details? I mean, why did they release him? I don't know why they released him. Did he show up to practice high? Was the trade actually made at 4:20? I don't know, man. Did he show up to Foxborough with a blunt? What is happening? Why is Josh Gordon released from the Browns
There we go. Perfect.
and now in a New England Patriots jersey? And why is the guy in my fantasy league not giving him to me? That's what I want to know. Because now New England has
Son of a...
one of the best receivers in the league. Heard the doctor said he was high. I don't know. Maybe. Does an NFL doctor get to say to the GM and be like, I think that dude's high, and then get rid of him? You held on to him for 5 seasons. You knew the guy smoked weed. You knew the guy liked to get high. And you still kept him. Is one more season of suspension that big of a deal? You have to give him to New England, who has been in the Super Bowl for however long? Can we not give these guys good weapons? Why? This is ridiculous.
And what, they got a 5th round pick for him?
That's what my
Something
mom
like
wants
that?
to know too. 1, he lied to the team about a photo shoot in Cleveland. 2, he was late to,
Oh yeah,
The
and
next
he got
day's
hurt during that
practice.
photo shoot too.
and
So
then he
was-
decided that was the final straw. There is 0 actual proof of him being high. Thank you. You're good. Thank you. No, you're fine.
There's nothing in that one.
Food delivery.
Thank you. So, yeah, I don't. That photo shoot, I did hear that he did hurt his what was it, his ankle, his leg.
Yeah,
Is that
it was
why something about his
Hamstring, Achilles, I don't know.
lower
Yeah.
body injury? But even still, you got
Yeah,
Tom
it-
Brady throwing to you now, so fuck it, might as well. Josh Gordon next suspension is a lifetime ban. Is that true? I'm sure that is true. That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to keep tabs on a guy who's only played 11 games
In the last 5 years.
So,
I don't know, man. But, I mean, when he was playing,
yeah, he was great.
he was fantastic. Jeez.
Shit.
We're having some difficulty here with the lighting, guys. Sorry, man. Hamstring. Hammy. It was a hammy. Hammy injury. So, I mean, even if it's a fractured tibia, I'm sure you can still go out on the freaking field and catch passes from number 12, TB12.
Tom Brady goes out there every day on a walker, so
TB12 will throw you touchdowns even if you got a broken shoulder, man.
you can catch a touchdown from the crypt keeper.
Torn labia.
All right. That's a different league, bud.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, Josh Gordon going to the New England Patriots basically tells me that the New England Patriots, if Josh Gordon doesn't get suspended, is
for
going
him
to
seems like a pretty big if.
dominant. Yeah, it sounds really hard for him to do, but it sounds like they're going to.
And he might just be someone that they pick up for a couple games until they get Amendola back.
He was limited in practice today, though, so I doubt he will play Sunday. But I mean, even still, if he goes out on the field and he's catching passes from TB12, you're guaranteed points. You're guaranteed. New England Patriots are going to be winning some games now. More. Not that they weren't going to be winning games, but
yeah,
they're going to be winning.
And you can't really take that loss to Jacksonville as,
Jacksonville's a tough team to play.
Yeah, they're
and
not.
It's always up in the air.
They're not the Jacksonville that you remember watching.
Blake Bortles isn't a terrible quarterback.
He's not.
I mean, he's not elite quarterback, but
no.
Don't sleep on the guy.
Right, and
that defense is either here or they're not. And when they're here,
they're there.
They're here.
And they took the criticism from last year's meeting between them about them not being aggressive enough with the ball and all that, and they went out and they played aggressive football on Sunday, and it was a good game.
It was a great game. I enjoyed that game thoroughly.
I didn't think I was going to like watching it, but I did.
Yeah, I'm glad I did. Knowing what I saw from the Jacksonville Jaguars last year, I knew it was going to be a good game, but I was not expecting that shutdown of New England.
I mean, they have one field goal going into the half or something like that?
That was insane.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, you New England fans out there better watch out for Jacksonville. Is Joe Flacco elite? Joe Flacco is the most overrated quarterback of all time. Damn! Okay. Holy
I don't know
shit.
if I go that far.
I don't know if I would go that far. In my opinion, I feel like, he has the numbers to make him elite. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and if you don't think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, well, then I think you need to go back and watch some more of his football games. I'll go that far. I wouldn't say that he's in my top 5, but if I'm playing fantasy and I've run out of elite quarterbacks, I'll pick up Joe Flacco. I'll go that far, but I'm not putting him in my top 5 current quarterbacks or of all time.
No.
Not even top 10, to be honest with you.
Of current or of all time?
Either.
Yeah.
Either. I think I'm even putting Joe Flacco as not going in the Hall of Fame. I think he will. I think he's going to get that gold jacket. You don't think he will?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I was never a big Ravens fan, so I don't watch many of their games.
The only reason why I know so much about it is because my brother always fakes that he's a Ravens fan. So I pay attention to it just to call him out on his not having knowledge of the Ravens currently. So that's just kind of where I go with it. Joe Flacco will not make the Hall of Fame. All right, I think he will. I think he's not an elite quarterback right now in comparison to the rest of the current quarterbacks, but I think he's definitely a guy that you're going to be seeing not first round ballot by any stretch of the imagination. They're grooming Jackson to take over. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, for what, 2 good seasons, 2 mediocre seasons, and then nothing but trash? I mean, I can't dispute that. You're absolutely right. I trying to get the wheels running, Jake, but you know what, man? Like, you're absolutely right. But I think the 2 good seasons that he had and the 2 mediocre seasons that he had afterwards were good enough to probably get him maybe second round, second ballot. You don't think so? Second try? I mean, Kurt Warner got it in the second try, and the dude was definitely Hall of Fame status. And I am not saying, do not think that I am saying that Joe Flacco is anywhere comparable to Kurt Warner.
That's what I heard.
Because no. Because Kurt Warner is by far my favorite quarterback of all time. Of all time. But all I'm saying is the guy didn't play as many seasons as Joe Flacco has, so the numbers are... I just feel the numbers are there enough for Joe Flacco to make Hall of Fame. Maybe not first round, and maybe not even second. I think, is it 3 tries? Is it 3 tries? I think maybe you could even try as many times as you would like.
Is it the same as a baseball Hall of Fame? Because that is limited to, it's either 3 or 4 tries.
He will find a league after Baltimore as long as he doesn't kneel. Haha, I agree with Chaz. Damn.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Everybody fucking taking shots at poor Joe Flacco, man. Damn! Poor guy. Poor guy, man.
I don't know. They keep giving Kirk Cousins a chance, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why Kirk Cousins is still in the league. I mean, you guys want to trash on...
And not only...
on poor Joe Flacco?
Not only is he still in the league, but...
the guy...
He's the highest paid quarterback in the league. Didn't the Lions...
No way.
The Lions are playing him like $125 million or some shit like that.
He's not even playing for the Lions. I think he's playing for the Vikings.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, the Vikings. Yeah, sorry.
I have to dispute this. I am totally pausing.
I thought that's what I heard.
Who is the highest paid quarterback?
That's what they said, Bob.
NFL. I don't think so. Current. That's not true.
Oh, okay. Well, even that, Drew Brees was.
It's not of all time, fool. Google is getting me all messed up right now.
The 15 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL?
10, 9, 8, 6, 4. See Joe Flacco. See, and that's what the reason that's why the rest of the Ravens suck. That's why the Joe Flacco has such a bad time. Not only am I going to sit here and tell you that Joe Flacco is currently the number 4 most paid quarterback in the league, the reason why he has such terrible structure around him is because he is and I think it was when he signed his contract, the highest paid quarterback at the time, which fucked the Ravens' cap space, which is why they are so terrible now. And not only that, but I mean, you had a decent running back in Ray Rice, but I mean, you know, I won't touch that subject. Derek Carr, Matt Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo. It's Garoppolo. Garoppolo's the number 1 paid. Agree with Chaz. I'm sure somebody in the comments. Ryan Fitzmagic is killing it. Cousins has got the guaranteed money, though. Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid in the league. I think Rodgers is. Him and Stafford are both overpaid. Cousins, I believe, is now... It's Rodgers. Ravens, woo! Yeah, look at you, guy. Way to go. Shaving profiles like y'all, I guess. What are you talking about? When? Get on out of here. Brady only gets $15 million. And you know what? That's what
That's why
we talked about this.
That's
we
why
talked
New
about
England
this.
has
That's why
been
New
good.
England has been good because they got quarterbacks like TB12
Who are
that
willing
take
to
pay
take a cut.
cuts.
Yep.
Pay cuts for rings.
Yeah.
Pay cuts
it's
for
worked
rings,
them.
and
Yeah.
it works. It works. Pay cuts for rings, man.
Whatever. I mean,
Jimmy was a few days ago, so then it was.
it was Derek.
So then
Carr,
it might
wasn't
be-
Was
it-
the second one that we looked at?
I think they're saying that it is Kirk Cousins that's the highest paid then. Cousins got guaranteed money. Yeah, well, I'm not really sure on that. I really don't know the answer to that.
I really don't pay attention to contracts, to be honest with you. I don't care.
It doesn't, it's not my money.
Right.
I don't fucking care who's getting paid the most.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, as long as
it's fun to talk about.
it's jealousy.
I definitely don't think Jimmy Garoppolo should be in the top 5 paid quarterbacks of the league, but, San Francisco thinks so. So,
Yeah, well, that's San Francisco.
whatever.
Problem. That was one game that I was disappointed that I wasn't able to watch was the San Francisco game.
A San Francisco game. Fuck those ball where they hookers and blow. Fuck those foosballs. Okay. Alright. This guy.
What?
No, that's the guy I was in the army with. Kende Smoke. His new extension made him the highest paid. Alright. Well, you know what? All I'm saying is these guys, if they want to be winning rings, they shouldn't be holding out like Russell Wilson. They shouldn't be holding out like Le'Veon Bell. They shouldn't be holding out. Contracts don't matter. If I was playing in the NFL, I would want legacy. You're getting paid millions of dollars anyway.
Not if
Sure.
you're playing on a rookie contract like Russell Wilson was.
Well, that doesn't matter. You're on a signed contract. Don't bitch about what you already signed.
I agree with you. I mean, if you're gonna sign something, make sure it's actually what you want, and then be able to see it through.
I totally agree.
You signed it, so now you have to live with it.
And anybody who was in the military like I was, you fucking read that contract and you know that's verbatim.
Yep.
You know that. That's what a contract is. It's binding. You don't get to sit out. Earl Thomas. Don't get to sit out. Go to practice.
Do your job.
Do your job. Get paid the millions of dollars that you're told. Do your damn job. That's frustrating, man. And that's
it's
why
frustrating as a fan too.
because now I feel like there's animosity in the fucking locker rooms between guys. Like when Le'Veon Bell comes back, is that
If he
O-line?
comes
If
back?
I was an O-line guy and
You
they
might
were
just
totally
let a guy
talking, I'm
slide
like,
by.
oh shit, get past
Ooh,
me.
my bad.
Yeah. Hope that's your ACL. I mean, I don't wish that upon anybody, but honestly, like,
But yeah, I mean, as a fan, and I can't
It's-
imagine how it would be as a teammate too.
It's-
that
it's
like,
frustrating.
Well, I signed whatever for however much money. I'm here. You did too. Why aren't you?
That's annoying. And, and that's one of the things I don't like Tom Brady, but that's one of the things that I actually like about Tom Brady is that the dude does take pay cuts because he knows this is going to win me a championship.
Right.
And he wants the legacy.
That's what he has to do to keep good people around him. And he's also been in the league for 30 years, so yeah, if he's only getting $15 million a
Is it only
season,
30?
Whatever.
Is it only 30?
No, you're right.
I think we're pushing like 32 or 33.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I
It's-
think this is
it's
actually
amazing.
officially his 32nd season in the NFL.
Bell to New England. Stop the madness. Hold that. You need to stop. I saw your freaking Facebook post about Russell Wilson coming to New England after. Damn. Get your shit out of here, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You need to stop. Oh, man. Ridiculousness. Man. You want to talk about who you think is going to win for the week? We got the schedule up right now.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk matchups. He already has legacy. He does have legacy, but legacy, why does it have to end? Because he has the legacy. Continue to have it. Make it bigger. Be the greatest He is honestly the greatest quarterback. Like, if we're being realistic with ourselves, as much as we hate Tom Brady,
He's the best.
he is by far the
And that's
greatest
why-
quarterback of
And
all
if you're
time.
really honest with yourself, that's why you hate him, because
That's
people
why I
love
hate
to
him.
hate the best.
That's not why I hate him. I hate him because of that Seahawks game, which the Seahawks lost themselves.
Yeah.
But Tom
Yeah.
Brady was there. If it was fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick, I would hate Ryan Fitzpatrick.
That's the same
and I'm
reason
going
I
to
don't-
leave the conversation
That's
at
the
that.
same reason I don't like Roethlisberger, too. But
Delaware Disc Golf Championship, just saying. Tell me about it. What's going on? Tell me about it. I
Where's
don't
Delaware?
follow Delaware Disc Golf.
no one follows anything from Delaware.
Damn!
It's true.
What
You know
happens
why
in
the most
Delaware?
famous painting of George Washington is him crossing the Delaware? Because he's trying to get,
Get
out of
out of
Delaware.
Damn. That's a rough show. Yeah, okay. So, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Sorry, I saw NYJ. Sorry. Jets, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
You're taking Cleveland.
Take Cleveland.
I want to take Cleveland. Most successful is the best. Hard to define. Well, I mean, hard to define as what? I mean, who would you say would have been the best quarterback? I don't think there's anybody out there that touches the numbers, touches the rings.
If you
touches...
want to, yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to make it real simple, how many rings do you have?
I mean, it's not even always that simple.
It's not always that simple,
But
He's
championships.
but he's also been in the league for a really long time, so he has the passing yards, he has the completions, however you want to define it. Tom Brady pretty much has it. I mean, maybe not the best, but if he's not the best, second best.
I can't think of another quarterback who you would put above him. Mull on that for a second.
Unless you want to argue Terry Bradshaw.
Macbeth crushed Wasaki by 6 strokes, come back from 6 strokes back. I don't even know who that is. How about you get with me and tell me a little bit more about it, and then we can talk about it.
And where are you watching disc golf?
I think he watches it on YouTube. That would be my assumption,
okay.
but
Yeah, I guess that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
numbers and years in the league and championships. I mean, there's just not really anybody that I'm putting above. Give me Favre in his prime in a fourth quarter comeback any day. I will absolutely agree with you there. Absolutely. You're taking Tom Brady over Brett Favre in a fourth quarter comeback win drive? 2-minute drill for the win? I'm taking Favre. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm
But
taking
does that
Tom
make
Brady.
him the- but
I'm
does-
taking Tom. It doesn't make him the greatest
of all time.
I'm
It makes him
taking.
the greatest in that situation.
I'd take Tom Brady to take me to a championship and win that shit.
Yeah, if it was my team, and
I'm
I was
taking
just,
Tom
I
Brady.
could just pick whoever to play quarterback. And be like, oh, you gotta pick this team to play a Super Bowl. And like, maybe Tom Brady then.
I would, and I'm not saying Manning too. Manning too. If I'm not taking Tom Brady, and this is just, because I freaking love the guy to death, I'm taking Kurt Warner. Even when he was playing for the Arizona Cardinals, he was taking teams to championships. Maybe not winning them all, but
Yeah, but I mean, arguably, when people always talk, historically about the best quarterbacks, they always talk about Dan Marino. Dan Marino went to 1 Super Bowl and lost.
yeah. I mean, I never really watched Dan Marino when Dan Marino was playing.
We weren't alive.
So, You know, I could believe it, but your numbers, and this is where I come back to talking about that legacy where Devin was making fun of that. He already has a legacy. Why not make it better?
Yeah.
I mean, make your legacy so that guys who are our age now in 50 years are like Tom Brady all day, every day. And they don't have to watch him currently play. You can sit there and watch his highlights and be like, damn, that dude did that.
Mm-hmm.
That dude beat that team that way. Crazy.
That guy came back from, what was it, a 24-point deficit and won?
Yo, for real, I'm totally with you, Sean. Footsteps Falco, #1 quarterback all day. Footsteps Falco. Damn, fucking Keanu Reeves, bro. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, so Jets and Browns. I said the Browns were going to win last week, and I really felt it deep in my heart. And they came close. They came so close.
They had the lead
They came
the whole
so
game.
close. I'm taking Browns again. They're beating the Jets. I'm calling it. We're breaking the streak.
I think I'm just going to pick the Jets every game, or the Browns every
game until they win.
Until they win. I have to be right at some point.
Even if they play the Patriots. I'm taking the Browns until they win one. Whoever the Browns play, we're taking the Browns.
Yep.
That's how that's going to happen. Done deal. All right? We're going to go New Orleans against Atlanta. Falcons, Saints. Who you got? Break it down for me.
I'm going Atlanta.
They're both 1-1.
Yeah, they are both 1-1. The first Atlanta game, that was rough.
That was really rough.
That was bad. That was a bad game.
I feel like that was a lot of wing rust.
But I think they shook it off, and they played a pretty good game last Sunday. So I think I'm going to go with Atlanta.
I agree with you. The fact that the Browns did what they did to New Orleans.
Yeah, Jazz likes pick.
I like it. That they did what they did.
Yeah,
and how that went down.
They were behind the Browns. pretty much the whole game.
I'm taking them too.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I'm with it. Next one, Denver and Baltimore. Falcons, Broncos, go. Or Ravens, Broncos, go.
Denver's going to beat Baltimore.
Denver, okay. See, I haven't really paid too much attention to Baltimore this year.
I haven't either, but you said Alex likes Baltimore, so,
All right, I'm down with that. After watching what Denver did to Seattle, I could definitely take Denver.
And I think they have a good defense, too.
They do have a good defense. All right, so we're in agreement 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah.
Let's say Falcons. Falcons tough at home. Saints D stink right now. Want the Saints, but probably Falcons. Broncos. Chaz is saying the Ravens. Okay, we'll see on that. Let's go Cincy, Carolina. I like Cincy this year. I like where they're going with it. I'm taking Cincy. They're going to go 3-0 over Carolina. I don't like how Cam Newton's playing this year. I don't think he's going to make it through the entire season without getting injured.
Well, yeah, that is something to consider, too, with last week's game. He did take that good shot to the head in the third quarter.
I think it was the third quarter, yeah.
And I don't know if that affected his gameplay for the rest of the... I think the next drive he was in, they scored a touchdown, so obviously not that much, but...
It didn't affect him too much that he couldn't score.
Yeah, but they did end up losing that game. And I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to Cincinnati, so I really haven't...
So from what I've seen from Cincy, I feel, Andy Dalton is not an elite quarterback like we were talking about, but
And I don't like
he's
him 'cause
always
he's a ginge.
and stick him back where they came from.
That's right.
But he throws the ball, he throws it up, he throws it long, and AJ Green is there to catch the ball. I like their chances against
That is true, Chaz.
Panthers
They did barely beat
Oakland.
And
Yeah, definitely getting
Oakland
hurt
was
this
ahead
year.
most of that game too.
It was pretty rough. I'm feeling AJ Green. I'm feeling Bernard. I'm feeling Dalton. They're gonna go and to Carolina. They're gonna go in Carolina and win.
Okay.
Giants and Texans. Brutal. I don't know how the Giants come out of this with a win unless it's Houston. Because Houston has Deshaun Watson, and, I watched that game last week where he was running around and he didn't know where to throw the ball with a couple seconds, and that was just a mistake being a young quarterback, and I feel they should have won that game. So, Houston always does struggle against teams they shouldn't struggle. And that's just my opinion here. I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm taking the Texans.
Taking the Texans. I'm gonna take the Giants. I think the Giants copped their first win, and I think it's gonna be on a.
I just like Deshaun Watson.
I like Deshaun Watson
I think
too.
he's just I think he's
I like Deshaun Watson and the hookup that he has with DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Giants though. I feel like Eli and Odell will get a 2-minute drill in and drive it down the field and win fourth quarter, come from behind. That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, baby. I don't want to be wrong if it's living right. Tennessee, Jacksonville, I'm not even going to answer that because we know Jacksonville's going to walk away with a dub.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville's going 3-0. Anybody else feel differently? We can talk about it.
Unless they're, it's like the Chilean football team that crashed in the Andes and had to eat each other or something like that.
The Donner Party?
No, it happened. It was a long time ago.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was a college soccer team or rugby team or something like that. Yeah, their plane crashed going to some big tournament or whatever. Yeah, they were like stuck on a mountain.
Other?
Yeah,
Savage.
It was brutal. They made a movie about it. It was
Tennessee with the upset. Just kidding. Yeah, nobody believes that.
nobody.
Jacksonville's going away 3-0.
People in Tennessee don't believe that.
San Francisco, Kansas City. Dude,
Take
Patrick
the Chiefs.
Mahomes is on fire. I think Boy comes out and scores 3 more touchdowns.
Yeah, what he scored
Patrick
6 touchdowns.
Threw 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was
NFL record for the first 2 weeks, 10 touchdowns. That's 10,
Yeah.
baby.
that's a whole lot of points.
That's a lot, man. I feel stupid for trading that boy off from my fantasy team. I was bragging about him because
Yeah, it
I
was.
was
It was
bragging.
like,
I was like,
I got
picked
so
up-
many quarterbacks.
I
I got
picked him
Russell Wilson.
I picked this dude up off of waivers, and I was like, all right, well, I mean, he had a good first week. No way he's going to top the week. And
He
so I
did.
traded him away for the running back of the Giants, Barkley. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get a good running back. And I got the running back, and he goes to throw 6 touchdowns. I'm like, no! So that was rough. That was a rough one. Patrick Mahomes is killing it right now. Chiefs will go 3-0. Gabbert starting. Titans are fucked. I agree. So, Chiefs, you agree with that?
I do.
All right, Oakland, Miami. Miami
Miami.
is killing it right now.
Mhm.
Oakland looks like John Gruden is struggling to get a hold of that team. That's just my opinion here. Don't know if you agree or not. But Marshawn doesn't look like Marshawn anymore.
what is he, like 34?
Marshawn doesn't look like Marshawn anymore.
Old.
Derek Carr might break down again with an alternator. I don't know, man.
Can't get his Ford Tempo started.
I am not feeling it over there in Oakland. Miami comes out with the win. Barkley is sick though too. Yeah, dude. I mean, I thought it was a good trade. And it's not a terrible trade. I didn't walk away with somebody who's a garbage running back.
Well,
he put up 20-plus points.
And could you really see
Patrick Mahomes coming out throwing 6 touchdowns?
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, would you be like, that guy?
Nobody even drafted him. I picked him up on waivers and then traded him.
Yeah.
Picked him up off of waivers and traded him. So, I mean, and I even picked up Fitzpatrick off of waivers. I'm going to hold on to him, though. Grabbing onto that. Holding on to it.
I don't understand fantasy football.
Sorry, guy.
Me, I'll just continue living underneath this rock.
Buffalo and Minnesota. I don't know if you heard this or not, but Shady McCoy got charged with child abuse.
What?
Yes. Hard to find a good pass rusher. This dumb motherfucker trading Khalil Mack. I hope this guy is not really saying that. I think you're joking. I hope he's not saying that because that's what I'm talking about when dudes are holding out. And that's why you trade people off. The Seahawks should have got Khalil Mack for Earl Thomas, and we should have swapped. That's just my opinion. But I won't touch that. And I keep saying that's just my opinion. Maybe that should be my fucking catchphase.
And that does say a lot about the cap space and all that when you can't afford to keep
Khalil
two
Mack,
good players.
Khalil Mack.
You chose Derek Carr over
Khalil Mack. Why are the Seahawks like? Okay, the Seahawks had all of the leverage on Earl Thomas. Like, don't get that twisted. They had all of the leverage. They should have kept him holding out, and the dude just wanted to get paid, and he knew that he was fucking up. That's why he came back, and he probably won't be in a Seahawks jersey next year. They should have traded him while he was holding out. But and that's just, my opinion here. I'm just talking. He actually said that. That's crazy, man. Vikings by 1 million. Vikings by 1 million. Yeah, I don't
that would be
see.
A record.
Shady McCoy gets charged with child abuse, allegations of it. Look it up.
And the other thing that we're not talking about is
Javonte Davis.
The Bills are so bad, their players quit at halftime. They just straight up retire. They're like, oh, hold on, I was half game behind.
We ain't even reached the halfway point of this podcast. See you later. And I didn't get paid $5 million to play half a game.
I wonder if it's like in the locker room, like he's like, oh, he's just getting he's just getting taped up again, and it's like, oh, I saw him in loafers. He retired. He's gone.
Fuck this. I'm getting my Timbs back on.
Yeah,
fuck this shit.
He came out in the second half. He was wearing a smoking jacket and a big ass pipe, looked like Gandalf.
That's so brutal. I saw the most fucked up meme and I shared it. It was him dressed up like Forrest Gump and the whole Bills team behind him, and he said, I'm tired. I think I'm going home now. Like, damn, bro. It's fucked up. Yo, if you think about it, dude was inactive for week 1. Did not play game 1. Came into game 2, played half of that game with that $5 million guaranteed check for that season, and walked away at halftime with $5 million. Fucked up to do, but balling at the same time.
I was gonna say that's
balling at the same time.
That's kind of like when Pac-Man Jones asked for the strippers' money back.
Yeah, right.
It's like, that is the most baller shit I've fucking heard.
Super fucking thug shit. That's crazy, man. Holy shit. If anyone wants to bet, I'll give you Bills and 10 points. They have no chance. The Bills will not even come close to the Vikings.
Who would take that bet?
Nobody's taking that bet. Maybe
That's
Jacob Wiskoff will take that bet. Ask Jake. No shots against Jake, but Jake's a Bills fan, and I know he loves the Bills. But the Vikings are going to win. The Vikings come out 1-1-1. Moving on to Philly and Indianapolis. I do not like how Philly looks this season. However, the return of our boy Carson Wentz. Week 3. Carson Wentz is active. Yes, Carson Wentz is active. Nick Foles is getting the bench. I'm taking Philly. Philly will go 2-1.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Of course you would, Chaz. Vikings will smoke them. All right. Green Bay and Washington. This one's a rough one for me because I feel like I should be taking Green Bay, but the fact that the Vikings even did what they did to the Packers, not that the Vikings are a bad team in any stretch of the imagination, but the Packers look bad against the Bears. They looked bad against the Bears.
Yeah,
they didn't perform very well against the Vikings. They didn't win or lose.
Yeah, they tied.
So,
which the Steelers did against the Browns.
And to be honest with you, I don't know how well you guys are paying attention, but AP looks pretty good this season. And this is just speculation. I think AP's looking pretty good. Adrian Peterson, I feel, is going to come out not with a 100-yard game, but very close. I think Washington beats and upsets Green Bay in Washington. How do you feel about that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. This is the first one that we're disagreeing on.
No, this is the
The second one? What's the first one we disagreed on?
Go back to the games.
Go back to the games.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, you said Houston was going to win.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Houston's Giants.
All right. I'm taking the Giants. I'm taking Washington. All right. It's a battle in LA. The Chargers and the Rams. And the Rams are going to dominate.
Yeah.
The Chargers are going to get shit all over. Phillip Rivers won't know what to do against that defense.
Yeah, I don't care.
The
what
Rams
time
are
of
winning the
year.
NFC West. I'm telling you guys, everybody knows it. All of you Seahawks fans are going to be upset. I'm upset.
No, I'm
The Rams
upset
are-
already.
The Rams are winning. The Rams are winning next week. That's what's going to happen. Agree with me or disagree, but that's what's going to happen. Chicago and Arizona, don't think there's any kind of discussion there.
Yeah, obviously Arizona.
Hey, this guy's got jokes. All right, man. So, tell me what you think there. Honestly, Browns or the Bears are taking it. The Bears are taking it.
Yeah.
Bears are gonna shit all over that ass in Glendale, Arizona. They will walk away 2-1. Seattle and Dallas. I don't like to say it, and we're gonna talk about it.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it.
I'm not.
I'm going to say it. Seahawks are going to lose this game as well. That offensive line is trash. I love the Seahawks. They're my team I'm putting on, but they look horrible. They look really bad. They look so bad.
I'm going
It's
to take
upsetting.
Seattle for the same reason I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, I hope you're right. Just for the sake of...
And to me, Dallas is like Notre Dame. Anybody who beats them or is playing them, I want them to win.
Man, I feel the same way, but, I don't want to get these predictions wrong. Dallas, Bears, Dallas, Rams, but Chargers cover the 7-point spread. I disagree with that. I think the Rams are going to ramrod that ass. But, ramrodding. So the battle in LA goes to the Rams. The battle in Glendale goes to the Bears.
Yeah.
And you're taking Seattle and I'm taking Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
All right, New England, Detroit.
New England.
I think there's no doubt New England's going to win. how is Detroit even doing this year? I didn't really pay much attention to how Detroit's been doing. Is Matthews?
I mean, other than losing both their games,
I don't know. Obviously, they're 0-2, but
I don't know.
they're not beating New England. That's just
I
don't
did
care.
watch half of one Detroit game, and then I turned it off. I think I watched Housewives. And,
You think with Wagner and Wright coming back that the Seahawks are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys? Really? You really think that? I mean,
Are you
I'm
asking
not.
me or are you asking
no,
Chaz?
No, I'm asking Chaz.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to be a dick here. Honestly, I really want to know. Like, I don't think those guys make the offense better. And the offense isn't good enough to outscore
and
the Cowboys.
And we might also be losing Justin Britt to a shoulder injury.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he was inactive in practice today.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm going to take your word on that. I bet you heard that on the radio, didn't
I
you?
did.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just don't see the Seahawks coming out of this.
Well, and Chris Carson might need to take a nap halfway through the game, too. So.
Holy fuck. That's true, right?
Yeah.
That's brutal, but it is in Seattle, right?
It is. This is their home opener.
Home opener. I mean, they play tough at home.
They do.
They play real tough at home. But I think, realistically, Dak and Zeke are just too much for the Seahawks defense right now. That's a young squad. It's a very young squad. I mean, other than Wright, Wagner, and Thomas, I mean...
Well, and they've had Britt for a while. He's been around.
Yeah, I mean, but
if he's hurt, then...
good points like Hawks in the 13-10... Yeah, okay. Right? Okay. All right. Fuck, man. I'm taking Dallas.
Well,
I'm taking New England.
And the other thing that, since 2000... They talked about this on the game Monday night. Since 2006, 96 teams have started 0-2.
Yeah.
And 10 of them have gone to the playoffs.
I think it was like an 11% chance of them making the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, and we're only 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah, 21-9 Dallas. Okay. I have a problem with that. I don't think it's going to be 21-9. I think it'll probably be 21-7. I don't even think that they'll get, I don't see their offense moving at all. Their offense doesn't move.
No, I mean, how many 3-and-outs did they have on Monday?
So many.
I mean,
it was disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, that...
Their offense does not move. And what frustrates me the most about it is they continuously talk about, we're going to get back to being a running team. Did you see that on Monday night?
No, they had 19 rushing plays in that whole game. And
I don't see that.
Chris Carson had a good half, but then he didn't play the whole second half. And Rashad Penny he did all right, but what was he averaging, 3-4 yards a carry? And
it's bad all around
and
on
Russell
the
Wilson
offense.
has been holding on to the ball and not just throwing it away.
He doesn't have Doug Baldwin back yet, and once he gets Doug Baldwin back, I'll believe in the offense a little bit more. Not that I'm hating on my Hawks at all, but I'm just, I'm just seeing it.
And it's hard to, being on the offensive line there, that's hard when you have a guy like Russell Wilson because he moves around so much.
Right.
It's hard to consistently block
Well,
for a
and the
guy
thing
like
is,
that.
because when you're blocking,
he can
spins
run
out and
yeah.
breaks angles for the
and
defensive
he can
lineman
run
or the
into
offensive lineman.
trouble that
Yeah.
you
can't block.
And you look foolish, but it's not really your fault.
It's Russell's.
Yeah, I mean, he has to take some responsibility for at least some of those sacks he took, both against the Bears and against Denver.
And I totally agree with you, Chaz. You're absolutely right. It is a new offensive coordinator. It is a learning process, absolutely. But the season has started, and they're going to correct it. Hopefully, eventually.
And their defensive coordinator, I wanted to say, I think he did a pretty good job.
I think he did. Hey, look,
he has a lot of young guys, and he kept it simple, and they were successful.
Absolutely. I'm not totally bashing this team at all. they've got things they need to correct.
Right.
But I don't think they're correcting it against Dallas. And I don't think they're correcting it against the Rams. And I don't think they're correcting it against Arizona. We talked about this outside.
We did.
The more I think about it, I don't know if they're going to beat Arizona. I don't know if they're going to beat the Rams. I definitely don't think they're going to beat the Rams. And I don't think that they're beating the Cowboys. I think we're looking at an 0-5 Seahawks. Hopefully there's a correction. I would like to see a correction. I'm just as much as a Hawks fan as you guys, man.
Right.
I'm just...
That's,
it's hard to say.
These first 2 games have been brutal. It really reminded me of watching football as a little kid, in the mid '90s
when
it was
tank
when they were a 6-win team.
Yeah, I mean we're at like 11 or 12 sacks already, and it's 2 games
I think it's
into
12 sacks.
It's 2 games into the season,
and Russell's second pick 6.
It's rough to watch.
Yeah.
It's rough to watch. But hopefully the correction comes sooner than later. And we're going to move on to Pittsburgh and Tampa for the Monday night game. And I'm sticking with Fitzmagic. Fitzmagic gets the win. Fitzmagic throws another 4 touchdowns for another 400 yards. And Pittsburgh gets shitted on.
I haven't been all that impressed with the games I've seen from Pittsburgh this year, so I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Tampa Bay. I like it. I'm a fan. Into it. All right, so
I agree with Chaz, too.
It does.
I mean,
in Russell, I trust. Dude, I love watching this guy make plays. It is insane watching this guy spin around and break out and throw the ball down the field and get a touchdown for a long yardage.
We were talking earlier about fourth quarter quarterbacks.
Russell Wilson
is kind of the
one
definition of that.
Well, I would take Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson. But when it comes down to it,
maybe
fighting to make a play, there's nobody better in the league right now. And I think that's what's really hurting him, because the O-line sucks so bad that he's fighting too hard.
Yeah, I think he's trying to overcompensate.
He's trying to overcompensate and not be Russell Wilson how he normally is, because he's trying to fix the issues of something that he can't fix. Fucking Alexander and Lynch. Fuck yeah. Winston rides the bench all season. Fitzmagic, baby. I'm loving it. I love it. I've always liked Ryan Fitzpatrick. The guy is definitely a bench riding quarterback for his entire career. But when he comes in and he puts up. He puts up, and when he starts to shut down, it's a mess. But when he puts up, he puts up, and I like it. And I like watching the guy. I've got nothing against Ryan Fitzpatrick. I love watching the guy perform. He's amazing. Not elite quarterback, if that's what you guys were going to ask me, but definitely, definitely fun to watch. Are you going to be watching the NHL this year, man? Yeah. Please tell. If I go and get the NHL pass and buy it monthly, are you going to watch some hockey?
Wow.
You going to watch some hockey? I need you to watch some hockey so
okay.
we can start talking about this, man. I missed the game last night for the Blues. I didn't really. It's preseason, so nothing really, big deal. But I mean, preseason games are happening right now, guys. It's right around the corner. Look at this. Games are being played right now. The Lightning are down 1-3. Philadelphia is up 5-3. Pittsburgh's tied with Detroit. Toronto 1-0 at the end of the second. St. Louis is down to Minnesota. Man, I'm excited. I love hockey. I'm almost going to go as far as to say that hockey is going to be my favorite sport when it comes to Seattle. Sharks! Weak ass Bruins! Oh my god. Guys, I'm excited for this season. I've always been excited. I love hockey, man. Better than Flacco.
Bring it full circle.
Oh, the Shark Tank, Eric. Hop in the Shark Tank. I bet that's what he's saying. We'll become Seattle guys when the team shows. Look, man. I went to a St. Louis Blues game when I was in Kansas while I was doing my Army time. And we drove all the way to St. Louis because it was the closest team. And that was the first game that I watched. I got back from my deployment and I bought seats 2 rows behind the Blues bench. And I sat there and I fell in love with the game. And I'm always going to be a Blues fan, even if Seattle gets their team. Seattle will be my number 2. But I'm going to be super duper following Seattle hockey, like just as much as I follow the Blues. I'm so excited, and I hope that you can get down on some hockey with me this season, man. It's right around the corner, and we can just... Blues are 4-0 right now in preseason. It's preseason, dog. It's preseason. That counts for everything, man. I am so excited for hockey, dude. And I need you to get on board with this, man.
Well, I'll be busy watching the WNBA and watching Sue Bird win another title, so she'll have more than LeBron.
Oh, shit. I like it.
They're tied now.
I didn't know if you knew this, but she's actually got a better win percentage than LeBron. Can we talk about who the real GOAT is?
Sue Bird.
Hey!
Well,
The real GOAT.
If you're really going to talk about that, though, what was her last? Brianna.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. 4 national champions at UConn. Obviously, it's freaking UConn. And
Breanna Stewart.
Hey,
yeah. There you go. Okay.
And then is the MVP of the WNBA playoffs. And you were wrong last week. They did get the sweep.
They got the sweep. This guy wanted to call me out on it.
I hella did. I've been waiting the whole hour. I almost waited to the end of the show. I wasn't sure if I could pull the trigger on it, but I did.
All right. Okay. Hey, look at that. Seattle gets another championship, baby.
Yup.
It's in the WNBA, but, I mean...
Hey,
let's take it. I'm
going to, because it's not going to be a Super Bowl.
It's not going to be a World Series anytime.
No, it's not.
LeBron's the GOAT. Just stop it.
Nah, get that crap out of here.
Sue Bird's better than him.
Definitely. Take Sue Bird all
better win percentage. All right,
just
guys.
as many rings.
I think we're going to... how you feel about stopping a little bit early? You want to talk about anything more?
No, I think I'm good.
Let's actually take just a couple questions if anybody wants to ask.
Sure.
Anybody wants to ask some questions? We can pop off and talk for just a couple more minutes, but I think we're going to be shutting down here in a few. So, I'm excited about the hockey season coming up. I know you're about to be. I'm going to make you.
I'm excited for the World Championship in poker.
You know what I'm really excited about? The Delaware Disc Golf Championship.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be just... Turn this off right now. Switch over to that.
Stop watching us.
Yeah,
Delaware Disc Golf game's on. No, but for Alex, tell me more about it, and we can talk about it if you want to. I'll educate myself a little bit more on the facets.
Thoughts on Space Jam 2 with LeBron?
Thoughts on Space Jam 2 with LeBron?
Never watching it.
Won't be watching it.
Nope.
I won't be watching it.
No.
That's my
because
thought.
Because the first one is the best one.
The first one's the GOAT, just like the man inside Space Jam 1. The GOAT.
It's true.
Anything else? LeBron is not the GOAT.
Disagree.
Look at that fucking win record. Hey, look, you make the championships 100 fucking times and win 7 of them. That's horrible. That's bad.
Meanwhile, Chris Bosh is just down there.
Hey, Chris Bosh went back to Jurassic Park where he fucking belonged.
Damn.
Fucking dinosaur-looking motherfucker. God damn. All right. Well, I mean, you guys can agree about this LeBron being the GOAT conversation all you guys want.
We'll talk more about that in a couple months.
Maybe when basketball season shows up, we can start talking more about the MJ LeBron conversation. But I'm not having that right now.
No, not during football season. Not during baseball season.
I'm not talking LeBron James during football, hockey. Well, I'm gonna have to because hockey and
ping
basketball.
pong, competitive
golf.
Yeah,
I mean disc golf.
Watching Joey Chestnut win yet another mustard belt.
Oh my God!
That guy.
He's just fucking gobbling those wieners, man.
Jesus.
Oh shit! All right, hey guys, we're gonna cut out. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for being part of the show. Chaz, dude, if you actually want to get on board sometime, we can make that work. And Devin, if you want to get on a phone line sometime, we can make that work too. I would love to hear you guys' conversation in real time instead of a delay. It would be cool to have you guys on. I think next week we're talking about having Larry Dixon on and talking about his stint in the Army college football team. Pretty excited about that. So, get in touch with me, guys. We definitely want to have some people on. I would like to have more than just Eric and I having conversations. I enjoy watching your guys' comments scroll up on the screen. And it's been a while since I've actually talked to you guys too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, It would be great to have anybody who wants to reach out and touch us. Giggity.
Don't touch me.
Anybody who wants to reach out and contact us, though, like, we're always open to trying to have other people involved in this.
Absolutely.
So, after tonight, we're going to be on next Wednesday, same time, roughly. We're not putting really...
sometime between 4:30 and 5.
4:30 and 5 is when we're shooting for. Pacific Standard Time. So, thanks, guys. Love you guys. Look forward to next week. Thanks for coming around.